Hi guys, today we're going to talk about quadratic equations, and in today's video we're going to try to solve quadratic equations using factoring. In the last few videos we did work on quadratic factorizations, so we're going to use that method in this video. So let's do some examples. So usually on the questions, they ask you to find roots, solutions, or zeros. These are all the same things that they're asking you to do. So what you're doing is finding the x value that satisfies this equation. So these are the terms that you're looking for in the question: roots, solutions, zeros. These are all for answers. So in this case, the x value. Okay, so let's try this example. X squared plus 8x plus 16 is equal to 4. So always try to simplify the equation by checking the equation to see if you can make the equation simpler by factoring GCF. So in this case, we don't have anything that we can factor out by looking at the coefficients. Next step, try to move everything to one side of the equation. In this case, the number 4 has to be on the other side of the equation. So that means we're going to subtract the 4 from each side. The reason that we're doing this is to have the 0 on one of the sides of the equation. So the better form of the equation is x squared plus 8x plus 16 minus 4, that's 12. So that way we have the 0 on the right side of the equation. So now it's good to go that you can do the factoring to solve for x. So here the leading coefficient of the equation is 1, a is equals 1, so that means we're going to use the simplest factorization, which is using the product of 12 and sum of positive 8. So this will tell us the product, and this will tell us the sum. So think of two numbers that make the product of positive 12, which is it can be 6 and 2, and if you add these two numbers, it will give us the positive 8. So we got the right numbers, and you're just going to rewrite the equation using the factored form. So two sets of brackets, and x plus 6 and x plus 2, and that makes equal to 0. So each factor, which means each bracket, each set of brackets, will give us the solution. So first bracket, x plus 6, can be read as x plus 6 is equal to 0, which will give us the negative 6. Second set of brackets will give us another solution. X plus 2 is equal to 0, and x is negative 2. The reason that we're separating the two sets of bracket into two equations is because these two brackets are these two brackets represent the product. So when you have two numbers, and you have two numbers equal to 0, that means one of the factors must be 0. So that's what we're doing here. So the solution at the end is x is negative 6 or negative 2. We're using that or in mathematics, which means it's inclusive OR. So x can be -2, a -6, or -2, or it can be both. So that's going to be our solution for this example. Okay, next example, let's try the ones that you can use either crisscross method or decomposition. Example 2. 2x squared negative 7x plus 6 is 0. So first step, simplify the equation, see if you have a GCF. So nothing can be factored out, 2, -7, +6. So next step, check, see if you have the right side of the equation as a 0, and that's done. So let's start factoring. So I'm going to use the decomposition, but if you like to use a crisscross, you're welcome to use that. But let's try finding the product first. So product is from multiplying these two coefficients and the constant term. So 2 times +6, product of +12, and the sum is -7. Okay, so let's check which numbers will make the product of +12 and sum of -7. So I'm going to start with 4 and 3. So those two numbers make the product of +12, but it will not give us the sum of -7. So how about we put -4 and -3, and that gives us the right sum. So this is not the right choice, but this is the right one. So using those two numbers, -4 and -3, we're going to decomposite the middle term of the given equation. So the new equation will be 2x squared minus 4x minus 3x plus 6 is equal to 0. Factor out the first two terms. So these two terms, using the GCF, just look at this first two and don't worry about the next two, the last two. So the GCF here is 2x, which means we can divide both terms by 2x. So 2x will be outside the brackets and the leftovers will be x and -2. Let's look at the last two terms, -3x plus 6. So here the GCF, in this case, it will be either -3 or +3. But here I'm going to use a -3 to have the same expression inside the brackets. So put the -3 and put the brackets. So it will be x, -2. See, now we have the same thing inside the brackets. So these two will be factored out and will be written as x minus 2. And the next set of brackets will be from these two terms. So it will be 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. So each set of bracket will give us the solutions. So this one will give us x minus 2 as equal to 0. So x is +2. This will give us 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. So 2x is +3. So therefore x is 3/2. So the solution for this question is x is equal to +2 or 3/2. And make sure you put that in a box on the quiz or test. Okay, let's try one more. Example 3. And the next one is called the difference of squares. So you probably remember from last video, this is actually my favorite factoring method. So let's try this example together. So here's the x to the power of 4 minus 16 is equal to 0. Okay. Remember the square difference of squares, the exponent and the expression polynomial must be even number exponent in order to do the factoring using different squares. So here we have the 4 as exponent. So that gives us the idea that there's a possibility that we need to use a difference of squares to solve this equation. So I noticed that this is perfect square. And this is also perfect square. Okay, so let's try factoring. So x to the power of 4, if you take the square root, this is going to be x squared. And same thing for 16. If you take the square root for 16, it will be positive 4. Okay, so if you factor this original equation, it will be x squared plus 4 and x squared minus 4, and that is equal to 0. Okay, but still the exponent is still higher than 1, and that is also even number exponent. So this one won't be able to factor it out for sure because of the addition sign, but this is maybe. So let's check. X squared is perfect square. That's good. And 4 is also perfect square. So if you take the square root of x squared, that is equal to x. Take the square root of 4, that is equal to 2. So that means we can do one more factoring. So keep the first set of brackets the same, because that's a part of the equation. And next one will be factored out as x plus 2 and x minus 2 is equal to 0. So if you go back to the equation, given equation, we start with the two terms with the exponent 4, degree of 4, and we ended up with 3 factors. So the first one will give us the equation as x squared plus 4 is equal to 0. X squared is equal to negative 4. If you square a number, any number, is that possible to have the negative number as the answer? No. So that means there's a no solution from the first set of brackets. Let's try the next one. X plus 2 is equal to 0, and that means x equals to negative 2. So there's a one solution. Last bracket, x minus 2 is equal to 0, x is 2. So that means the solution for this equation, we have x is positive 2 or negative 2. And there is the solution right there. Okay, so we looked at 3 examples for quadratic equations that can be factored out. So there are some other examples that you cannot factor using simple factorization or crisscross or decomposition. So in the next video, we're going to do some examples using a special method which will apply to the equations that are not factorable. Okay, so thanks for watching. If you have any question, please send an email, and I'll see you next time.